Then take a look at the VEVOR Drywall Screwgun. It's nice. It does actually come with a bag. And there's a reinforced bag too. Got our instructions. We got our magazine attachment, and this is adjustable, so just pull this down and we can push this in or out to accommodate different size screws. A nice long spring on there, so you can get quite a bit of throw on there, and we can see where that is going to release from the driver. We got an indicator here. We can use that to adjust our depth. We got our battery. This is an 18 volt 2 amp hour. We have an indicator on the back, and it actually comes fully charged. There's a standard clip style lock, and I'm glad to see that each contact has 2 pinch points. Oh, nice. So this actually comes with 2 batteries. We got our charger. It has LED indicators on there to let us know if it's charged, and it actually has mounting slots on there so we can put this on the wall. And it says it outputs 2.3 amps at 21 volts. This is actually a very nice feeling screw gun. So it feels good to hold down here, but if you're going to be using this as a screw gun, which you probably should, you're going to be holding it up here. And we got a comfortable feeling trigger. We got our forward and reverse and our lock. So if we want this thing to just be running, we can hold it like that. Has a push-in style lock, so that is just going to engage and twist around. So the neat thing about this is that we can actually adjust that if we need this to be at a different angle. I'm almost always going to be running it like that, but because the screws are going to be coming out through the bottom, if that's going to be getting in your way, you can just drop that. We also have a belt clip, so if we need to climb a ladder or anything like that, we can throw this thing on our belt. We have our Phillips driver. We also have a regular driver, so if we just want to use this as a regular old screwdriver, we can do that. Yeah, it looks like we got a light on the bottom too, so we can see what we're doing. So I got a bucket of Senkos. These are 1 5/8, and it's pretty simple. This just strings in through the bottom and up the top. You can kind of hear it engaging as it goes. That is what that will look like when it's done. So the gauge on the side here is metric. 1 5/8 is approximately 41 millimeters, so I'm going to take this up to 40. And if that gives me any issues, I'll just take it to a 45. But we can see when we engage this, that just cycles to the next screw. So I ran a few screws. I found that the 40 was a little too shallow, so what it was doing is it was hitting the screw on the end here, so I just turned that up to 45. So the most important thing is that we're grabbing it up high. That'll help us drive it straight, and then of course just to drive it straight, because if we're off at a slight angle, then that will mess it up. Go. And that is actually a perfect flush on there as well. So I got the indicator just over halfway, so it's going a little bit deep for this, but that's going to make it so that if we run our tape knife over that, we're not going to be hitting that screw, which is exactly what we want. If we want that to go deeper, we just pull it down, and that will drive the screw further. But I'm going to leave it right where it was at. Can't beat that. You will get speed with this like you cannot get with anything else. I think the more important thing is just the fact that we can use this one-handed. So you don't have to hold the screw on the end and then get that started and put it in, or try to balance it on the tip and then hopefully it goes in, hopefully it doesn't drop off. This holds the screws, so you got one hand occupied, you can still get screws into that. I mean, the speed is a huge thing, but the utility of this is just incredible if you're doing any kind of drywall. So this is an awesome tool.